Welcome. This is Monty once again. Welcome. Thanks again. Appreciate it very much. I didn't think you guys were awake this early in the morning. But welcome back. This is Monty once again from DPL Surveillance Equipment. We're a full-service surveillance and security equipment company. We have lifetime guarantees and warranties on all the products. We're available 24/7, 365. We have, We have the largest inventory of items that not only can you buy, but you can rent or lay away as well. We have a huge inventory of items. Lay away, put them on layaway, rent them, do the rent to own. We call the layaway program. And even the rental program, we call them the creative financing programs. For those of you out there who like to create your own type of financing of the things that you want, if you want to buy a digital voice recorder, if you want to buy or rent a GPS tracker, if you want to obtain a nanny camera or bug detector, we want you to feel comfortable with structuring these program, the creative financing to cater to your budget. For instance, if you rent something for like a few days or something, if you decide you want to keep it, then you convert that rental into a purchase. We call that rent to own. And of course, if you don't want to keep it, pardon the noise, I got to make a little bit of noise here. If you don't want to keep it, you just return it back to us. And then that way you get a chance to save your money and at the same time get the benefit of the equipment and take care of whatever it is that you were trying to take care of in the first place. And the layaway program is the same thing. You tell us how many weeks or months you're going to lay away a product. And then that way you can determine, for instance, how much you're going to have us charge you on a weekly or a monthly or even a yearly basis to lay away something. So that was invented here at DPL Surveillance Equipment, the idea that your favorite spy gadgets, including the bug detectors and the law enforcement grade GPS trackers and audio bugs and digital video and voice recorders, body-worn hidden cameras. All these things are state-of-the-art. All of them carry the lifetime guarantees and warranties. And you can use the creative financing to acquire them. So, as I always mention, stop over at the video library. We have a huge and growing video library where you can actually see us demonstrate your favorite spy gadgets. And we show you how we use trackers. We show you how to use bug detectors. We show you how to use all these products with the videos. We even act out in a dramatic fashion with actors and such, with me, my assistants, and mock customers, if you will. We go through the process of asking all the tough questions, probing the technical aspects of using the equipment and such. We act it out in a video format, so you can, we ask all the FAQs, or frequently asked questions. We ask all that and present all of that information to you in a dramatic video format, so that we cover these areas for you. All you have to do is sit down and look at the video, and we hopefully we cover all those areas so that you'll get an idea of what you're up against way before you give us a call. And then stop on over at the articles directory. Take a look at the articles. We have 200-300 at least articles covering everything imaginable: electronic harassment, targeted individuals, electrical hypersensitivity, brain hacking, GMO foods, citizen surveillance, where citizens are now playing a more active role in terms of using their cell phones, using their cameras to help with the war on terror and such. And a lot of the hard cases, like the Boston Marathon massacre that was pretty much remedied by citizens using their smartphones and turning in video evidence, turning in pictures and videos to law enforcement agencies to crack that case and hold those guys accountable and put people in jail. So thanks to citizen surveillance. We cover that and the implications going forward of more and more people registering their cameras, using their own devices, using our devices to help reduce the amount of terrorism and such. In addition to that, check out the anti-terrorist products. Speaking of what we're doing for terrorism-related matters and issues, we are a leader in the industry of terrorist-related equipment, or anti-terrorist equipment, rather. We want you guys to know that if you need X-ray baggage scanners, if you need explosive detectors, if you need portable walk-through metal detectors, if you need explosive detectors, narcotics detectors, to guard your airports, to guard your embassy buildings, to guard your federal buildings, to guard your harbors and ports, we have millions of dollars worth of equipment, tens of millions of dollars worth of equipment out there in the field. For over the last 30 years or something, we've been securing ports and embassies and post offices and airports, and Customs Border Patrol agents are using our products to mitigate or reduce the impacts of drugs and such sneaking across the borders. So anyway, when you get a chance, go to anti-terrorist products category on the website. Take a look around. Consider us if you need a bid, if you need a proposal, if you need a tender to be looked at. We'll be glad to help you out. Okay? So, I think you had a little bit of delayed reaction there. But anyway, today's topic has to do with consumerism, consumers and producers. What is the difference? What are the impacts? What are the implications of everybody putting a lot of emphasis on being a consumer versus being a producer? Okay, we want you guys to know that, and I do a lot of studying on economics and finances, and I've been doing this for like 25 years in terms of investing in markets, studying economics again, and studying finances and investing for ever since I was a teenager. So I got a good chance after reading all the major publications: Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, The Economist, Pink Sheets or something coming out of Europe, Forbes Inc., you name it. I've Financial Times, all of them. I've been studying these things like anyone else would study whatever they're interested in, but my interest was finances, was money, was economics, going way back when I was a teenager. And through all the years, I've learned a few things, and I try to pass along things to people, particularly millennials and up-and-coming people. Anyone who wants to learn or who asks me, I'm willing to discuss it with them. But one thing I'm concerned about right now is we have a tough economic environment, and we have retailers that are closing left and right. You name it. Kohl's is on the ropes. Sears on the ropes. JCPenney, Dillard's, department stores, Radio Shack, bankruptcies are bound. Malls, shopping malls are closing down left and right. We have way too many malls. And we have that. If you combine that with the idea that people are not doing everything they can to keep up their standards of living, and I have to say, I think people really are shooting themselves in the foot. And it goes both ways. The retailers, with their heavy discounting, 70, 80%. Every time you look around, these retailers are discounting their products and such, and consumers are eating it up, of course. And but no one is considering the implications when you put off shopping so that you can get an 80% discount. Typically, what happens is uh, these companies suffer, and there's a very little economic activity generated unless there's a major discount. So I think this is hurting us, and the reason why this is important is because now we see that people are addicted to the discounts like a heroin addict or a crackhead or something. When you when you have people that are just basically waiting for a significant discount on something, that really eats into the profits of those companies who are trying to satisfy that need that people have now to look for those discounts and shop only when there's a major discount like that. And people are settling. Actually, people are settling. They make less money because they know they can get an 80% discount, and they only shop. So instead of working harder, instead of making more money, start educating yourself so that you get a job that allows you to buy goods that are not heavily discounted and buy goods that are actually have a lot of value that are not made in China. Because when you offer 80% discount, obviously the product has to be cheap, quality-wise, not only price-wise but quality-wise. So that is a major issue. When you are looking for those types of deals and bargains, there are deals and bargains because, plain and simply, they're cheap. At some point, these retailers have to sell you cheap products in order to make any money at all. So you guys are incentivizing your favorite retailers and such to go the cheap route and import everything imaginable from China and Korea and the various places, Cambodia, wherever, slave labor and all that, in order to keep that pipeline filled with cheap products. So I want to go on record as saying that think about putting less emphasis on just being a consumer, waiting for a deal, waiting for a bargain, waiting for a meager paycheck so you can go out and spend all that money, all your money, hard-earned money on cheap products. Think about being a producer. Think about offering something to someone else that they can use, that they're willing to pay you for. That way, when you do go back to the store, you can afford high quality, moderately priced products that actually are maybe even made in America, okay? So, in other words, let's be producers. The economy typically, after going through a recession, rebounds, and consumers lead the recovery, typically. That's not happening now. That's not happening now because the consumer is tapped out. The consumer is pretty much dead. It's RIP, rest in peace for the consumer. Long live the producer. And if you guys want to be a part of the new economic paradigm that's up and coming, that's going to mean you're going to have to come up with an idea, come up with a product, come up with a service, and sell that to someone who's willing to pay you for it. In other words, you have to offer some value now into the system. Those days are long gone where you just basically are going to be able to get by with just being a consumer, waiting for the boss to give you that small paycheck, which is going to force you to go to Walmart and go to the dollar store and look for the 80% discount. Those days are history, okay? So consider what I'm saying. Hopefully you'll take it seriously, realizing that the economic model of yesteryear had more to do with consumers bailing out the economy, going shopping, whether or not they could afford to go shopping or not, and bailing out the economy. But that's not happening. All the indicators seem to point at the idea that the consumer is not able to bail out this economy. The consumer is tapped. People don't have the savings. They don't have the investment. They don't have the skills to command the high salaries. People need to figure out how to change that. And you change that by, unfortunately, doing what's going on in China, doing what's going on in Germany. Raise your skill level. Offer something of value to someone else who's willing to pay you for that. And that way you don't have to settle for a check that's going to force you to compromise and sacrifice your livelihood and the livelihood of your whole family just to just to get by off of a small paycheck. So I'm going to wrap this up, and that I just wanted to get that out there because I'm reading more and more that the retail environment, the economic climate, all these indicators point to the idea that we need to think differently, do something differently, and in that way, I think we'll get more participation. You guys will get more participation out of this new model as compared to what's going on right now, where you have to sacrifice and compromise and spend a little bitty paycheck, and it's all gone before you even realize what happened. So let's see if we can correct this the way we approach this. Less emphasis on consumerism, more emphasis on being a producer. Okay. You guys have a good day, and if you need any bug detectors, GPS trackers, X-ray baggage scanners, etc., give me a call. 888-344-3742. Thank you. Give me a call, 888-344-3742. We look forward to helping you with your bugs, surveillance needs, counter-surveillance needs, anti-terrorist related products, and such. Okay? You guys have a great day. Share this with a friend. Share this with an enemy. Share this with anyone. We don't care who you share it with. Let's get the word out and make the place a more equitable, safe, and a better place for everyone. Thanks. Take care. Bye.